Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. Here with me today is my friend Skylar. This is the week of October 31st, Halloween week. Ooh. Um,
I worked for Halloween.
you worked for Halloween? I didn't.
Wow.
It was part of my week off.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Uh, anyways, the card of the day is Mesa Enchantress. A card originally printed on the color shift sheet in Planar Chaos. It costs 1 white. It's a creature human druid. It's not normally white. And whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you may draw a card. You don't have to.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
Anytime it says you may draw a card is always good. Because just in case you
In case you draw too many cards, you have too much riches, and you just can't afford drawing that extra card.
it's good on that one where it's like whenever a token you control deals combat damage to another player, you draw a card. Because you made a bunch of those tokens, and then we're like, oh god, if I attack with all these, I'm going to deck myself.
Yeah.
Instead of being able to draw only 30 cards instead of like 90 and killing yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Seems like this is the kind of card that wouldn't see constructed play or limited play. But is like too old to have been for them to like be in Commander, so they're like, we'll try and put this out and see how it does.
I don't know. It saw like.
Oh, wait a minute? Did this come out during the same time as that enchantment that gave stuff gave the creature +1/+1 for every enchantment like you controlled?
So it was out at like the same time. It saw some constructed play, like not a lot. But it's not for that deck. What you're talking about is Core Spirit.
Yeah, Core Spirit
Walker, Spirit Dancer, which also gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it, and
is cheaper.
Yeah, but it only triggers off of auras.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. This one is part of like is part of like an all enchantment deck in like Eternal formats. I don't think it is anymore, just because like better cards exist now. But like,
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of the enchantment that gave the creature +1/+1 for every other enchantment you control.
Yeah, Ethereal Armor.
Yeah, Ethereal. Thank you.
Yeah. That's in like Return to Ravnica, so they're like a little separated, but I don't know.
Okay.
Mesa Enchantress is just like classic. It's also, I mean, yeah, it's just enchantment payoff 101.
I suppose.
Right, like drawing cards. Like I don't know. I feel like it's classic. It was also like one of the first rares I opened though, so like.
Oh, so it has some like sentimental value to you.
Not really. I immediately traded it, but like I was like, oh, this is a really cool effect, and then like traded it to somebody for the like I don't know the 2 Llanowar elves probably because elves are cool.
Jesus, seems like a good trade.
I mean, this Mesa Enchantress is worth $2, or yeah, the one I traded away was worth 184, and the Llanowar elves I got.
So much for Thalia being the card with the most printed art.
This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arts.
6. Top left.
Oh, this isn't a card.
Fuck. Did you get one of these gross ones?
Yeah, I got one of these gross ones.
Ew.
24-cent one probably. Almost assuredly not the. Yeah. I think I also got one of these 7th edition ones.
Oh, those look sick though.
Yeah. I don't remember. I threw out all my other Llanowar elves because I just like the Dominaria armor.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Dominaria art is pretty good.
Yeah.
Old art, fucking abysmal. But this is not the card we're talking about.
Yeah, Llanowar elves is not what we're talking about.
A different
We're talking about Mesa Enchantress, which is apparently a color shifted card. I don't know what.
Probably because it's a druid.
Yeah.
I don't know why playing an enchantment would draw you a card. It's a green thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's probably a green card. text and the mana cost. Let's just go with
GG.
yeah. But we can do like brackets in the search engine here. 1 G. Oh, Verduvian Enchantress.
Oh wow.
Different from a Mesa, I guess. Yeah, literally exactly the same thing.
Yeah, isn't that what color shifted cards are?
Yeah, that's fair.
Neat.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of history for you.
yeah. Oh, this is an alpha. This is an alpha card. No wonder it does weird shit.
Okay.
They were probably like, yeah, you put all your enchantments on your lands. Alpha was a weird set.
Yeah, fair. It was their first set. It was the Wild West.
It was actually the Wild West.
Dude, fucking Channel Fireball.
Yeah,
combos,
people would like duel you for your cards.
Yeah, also Ante was a thing, so. Again, fun video game concept, not a very fun real life concept.
Oh, there goes my Lotus.
Oh well, it was only like $50.
More like, oh well, it was only like $20. Like back in the day, like Magic cards used to like cap out at like $20.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ace Enchantress seems like a cool card, but it's not great.
It's not, period. Seems like a cool card, but it isn't. It doesn't do anything. You know what's a cool card? Fucking Ragavan. That card does everything. This card sucks against Ragavan.
Yeah. It's an O2. Can't even block it. Yeah, Argothian Enchantress is the same thing, but it costs one less and it has Shroud.
And it has Shroud?
Yeah.
Wow, so every other version of this card printed is better.
Oh, yeah. There's also one that's just an enchantment for some reason.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, I find it really funny that both Mesa Enchantress and Argothian Enchantress are both in Eternal Masters for some reason.
Wow.
Which is just like, you first pick your Argothian Enchantress, I guess, and then someone passes you a Mesa Enchantress, and you're like,
Guess I'm going into green-white.
might as well double down with a card that's 50 times worse. It doesn't have protection and it costs more mana? Fuck yeah.
Sick.
Sick.
Anyways, moving on. Or no, to do a pre-release preview?
No, next is weekly work.
Okay.
You have any work stories?
Yeah. You want to go first?
How many you got? Because I have infinity.
I basically have one big long one.
Oh, okay. Cool. We'll
Fire off with a couple small ones. Let's do
pick one from
commercial.
Commercial?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is kind of like a meta one.
Sure.
So I'm sitting in the break room at work, like minding my own business, watching a little TV.
Mm-hmm.
And then what comes on is a commercial for the casino that we work at.
Cool.
And I'm just thinking the whole time, like, isn't this the casino channel? Is the casino channel advertising itself on? Because it was like in between the sports ball games.
Yeah.
And I was
No,
just
it's a
like,
sports ball channel. It's like cable. They have cable in the break room.
oh, okay.
The casino channel is the one that shows like all the new people and like the resort reports.
Yeah,
That's the Quest channel.
Okay. It was just. Anyways, there was this big moment of like. It's really weird to be at work in the break room, watching an ad for the place that I work at.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And just like no one else was watching the television, and I'm just like staring at it, going like, man, this ad is so long, and it's making me reflect on myself. Hey, that place isn't open. That place isn't gonna. They keep saying it's gonna open next week. Why do they keep advertising it? Because everybody comes to the table and asks me when it's gonna open.
God, when's it gonna be open? Well, I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
They don't fucking tell me.
I don't know. They keep telling me next week. For the past 2 months? Like, I don't fucking know. Have you seen the new layouts
For
for Normal Blackjack?
No.
They're really cute. So one, they say the turf club on them. And two, they on the betting circle, it's like a football field, and
Fuck off.
then there's a football with the little triangle symbol on it next to it.
I don't like that. I like that. I don't even like football.
Yeah,
There's a part of me that's like, oh, that's kind of pleasant.
yeah.
It's not pleasant. It's extremely stupid.
I think it's the right combination of really stupid and like really like pleasant, like you were saying. Just like, this is really cute. Somebody thought this looked cool.
Somebody thought this was a good idea. That's adorable. Okay, I guess when you put it that way.
Yeah. It's just fucking great.
That thing better open soon, because otherwise all the questions we're gonna get are, hey, when's it gonna open? When's it gonna open?
Somebody asked me like how busy the turf club was, and I was like, it's not open.
Zero. It's zero busy.
Yeah, no one can walk in there.
Or infinite busy. You'll never be able to get in.
True.
Depending on whether you're the turf bet is a zero busy or an infinite busy kind of person.
Yeah. Anyways, your turn.
All right, so I'd like to start this story off by saying that I've worked to cultivate a personality of respect,
Yeah.
and that I'm generally not a very hateful person.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few people that I would say that I dislike.
Yeah.
That being said, Spanish 21 is a game made by bug-eyed lizard people for squealing, mewling maggots to roll around in their own filth, asking inane questions like, "Excuse me, might I please get 100 red chips so that I might bet 5 of them on the main bet and 5 of them on the side bet when I know that you have $25 chips that are equivalent. I'm just asking so that I may torment you." In 1,000 years, our ancestors will wonder why Earth collapsed. Why there are pockets of Earth that have been salted over. And they will find their answer in the buildings that serve as temples to the god of greed and noise and suffering. And in the dark, they will find still just living out of pure spite a single Spanish table, waiting for somebody to ask what the rules are. How is this different from normal blackjack? Well, it's like normal blackjack, but with 100 different rules. I don't know, man.
No 10s on the deck, you automatically win on 21s. That's what I say.
But you can also double. It's just...
Yeah.
And the people that play... It's a game made by degenerates for even worse degenerates. Nobody has fun. It's a bad time. It's the worst game in the casino. And I dealt it so much over the last 3 days.
Yeah.
It was all Spanish all the time, baby. And intermittent between the Spanish was 3-card poker. It was mad. Even the table, I dealt blackjack, and it was still tainted by Spanish 21. Because this fucking dude was like, oh, can I color up? Has 4 stacks of his chips already nice and neat to go, and he just pushes them over. and then doesn't even, and like, just continues to push them to knock them over more. They're like still in like kind of semi stacks, and he just makes sure that it's all one big fucking tangled mess for me. It's a nightmare, dude. The people that play that game are so salty. I had a lady, just the worst one. Sorry, I had a person playing Spanish, and I had a face. They had a 15. I was going around. I'm exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
I had to deal an hour and 20-minute Spanish table, followed by an hour and 20-minute Spanish table, followed by an hour Spanish table.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure I was going home after the Spanish table.
Yeah.
So I'm just exhausted.
Yeah.
And they have a 15. I've got a 10. I get to their hand. They mumble, "Wait a minute," and they're the kind of player that makes microscopic motions to determine what they want to do.
Yeah.
So they're very, very. They just jiggle their hand, basically. Their hand just like physics jiggles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm taking this as a hit. And then my brain is just like, well, there's a card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a face card. I flip. It's like a. It's. I think it's a face card. I pick up their money. I just like really quickly face card. Up, they bust. Pick up their money. Go to hit out my hand, and she's like, "I said, wait a minute." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "I said, wait a minute." So we have to fix this whole thing. I get back their hand. I burn the card they took, and then they get another card. They bust anyways, and then I hit out to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Just like ruining everyone's time at the table, because I would have busted if they wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
And so now instead of them just losing, everyone at the table loses, and then they just start bitching to me.
Yeah.
And are like, they like refuse to play and are just whining at me. And the thing that like the like nail in the coffin that like really upset me was when they were like, "I shouldn't have to pay for your negligence."
Oh my fucking god.
And I just wanted to turn to them and slap them. Just be like, "How dare you? You have no idea how unbelievably privileged you are to say something like that."
Yeah.
How fucking dare you? I hate that game. I never want to deal Spanish ever again, so long as I live. We have too many tables for that to be even remotely possible.
Spanish is just like really popular somehow. Spanish is for like people who don't understand gambling but like to gamble.
Spanish is for people who have grown crotchety and mean and dead inside and want to feel something. And that something is loss, which furthers their unfathomable, like limitless wellspring of salt. Just the grumpiest, crotchetiest, meanest people play Spanish. It drives me buck wild.
Sure. I have another
Go
Spanish
for it.
for you. Okay.
I'm dead inside.
Cool.
I need to feel something.
I am on Spanish 2, last push of the day.
I'm sorry.
Or Spanish 1, sorry. Not as bad as Spanish 2. The $10 table, not the $5 table.
Yeah, still bad.
Dude I likes there, it's going okay. There's this girl who's toke betting like literally every hand because she's there for the concert.
Nice.
It's like going, pretty average. There is also the one dude that like one time he was so blasted that like he would get a suited match and then immediately afterwards say, "You never gave me a suited match." But like he's doing okay right now, and he's not the most annoying person in the world. So it's like it's an average table, right? Dude comes up, slams $1,000 on the table, and I'm like, sick. And then he's like, 5 in green, 5 in red. And I just look at my rack and I say, no.
No.
You want all of the red? So anyways, this gets better. I do 1,000, right? I do like 800 green, 200 red, right? And then he puts 100 red in the betting circle. No side bet at all. Just straight 100 into the betting circle. And I just look at it and I'm like, okay, dude.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This shit. all the time, every day, every Spanish table. You have 800 in green, and you're like, let me put all of my red in there. Excuse me. Can I get $500 in red? I can see that you only have 475. No? Very well then, fuck you.
Anyways.
Ugh. Cretins.
So he's playing his hands, and then it gets to a point where he has a hard 12 against a 10. And then he says aloud all of the cards that are on the table, right? And then he's like, I always 100% of the time, every single time, double a hard 12. 3 times. He says it just over and over again. I always double a hard 12. And I know I shouldn't. I shouldn't double this hard 12 because you got $100 out there, right? And he just keeps saying it. And I so badly just want to say, do it, coward.
Dude.
He ends up staying, and then I flip over my 10 and I have 20 anyways, so
Yep.
next card was a 10 anyways.
Hell yeah. Oh, do it, you coward. Oh, man. If only. If only. We could torture players a fifth as much as they torture us.
and then like the player I was talking about that I like a little bit, like enjoy having at the table, right? They have a pair of 8s against a 10, and they split, right?
Yeah.
As like, you're supposed to do that, right?
I don't know if that's true in Spanish, but
I mean, like it worked. Like it kind of worked out. It kind of didn't, right?
Yeah.
Like as
They
splitting
probably
8s always did. Yeah.
yeah.
And then like a couple hands later, the dude's like, "Well, someone at the table is just gonna split for no reason. Like I can't play at this table. Like I mean, it's just untenable. Like there's no reason to play at this table if someone's splitting for like literally no reason at all. Like you colored me up my like 800 in green." And then like
that man doesn't deserve to have motor skills.
Everybody at the table was just super confused.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay.
Fine, man. Whatever. Fine. Good. Get away from my table. Ugh.
Yeah. Color him up, send him out, and then the 2 people at the table just going like, is he talking about me? Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then like, one of them said the thing that I had been thinking the whole time. What a whiny idiot. Like, what's he even talking about?
What a whiny idiot.
Because he also, like, wouldn't stop talking the whole time. He's one of those players. And he talked about how he just, like, basically stole from a card room or something. Like,
oh my god.
and there was, like, a 30-minute, there was, like, sorry, not 30-minute, but, like, a 10-minute conversation he had with the floor. The floor came over. They, like, bought in with 1,000, right? And the floor was like, hey, you got our card? And they were like, no, I'm not letting you track me. Every pit boss tries to get me to give me a card, but I want a card. I don't need a card. I'll come out here when I come out here. Like you're not gonna give me to come out here. And then the floor literally says, the card's not like magic. We can't like summon you through it. You just get free points for it, like.
Oh man, God, I want to be a floor so bad now. Fuck.
The floor is obviously just like
done.
I don't want to deal with this.
Had it up to maximum. Is maximum at had it levels.
Yeah, well, because the dude spent like $300 every hand, so they have to sit at the computer and just like hit the
fiddle
numbers.
with numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, because they have to track how much he's because it's an untenable amount of money,
Yeah.
and he's an untenable human being.
Yeah. And then this conversation keeps going like in between like little bouts, and then like they just go like, okay, fine, I'll get a card. My name is True Jeans, and then just like tries to prank the floor, and they're like, you don't have to get a card, dude. Like, like, whatever. Like, of the voice of like, okay, little Jimmy, like,
Sure.
that was, yeah.
I'm sorry. Just, you don't. It's okay, honey.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a card.
Yeah.
With his dripping, like drooling with condescending.
Yeah. Just so fucking great.
Such a man baby.
I have another story for today.
Go ahead.
So like 6 of my 8 hours dead table.
Nice.
All dead table. Day was fucking long as hell.
Yeah, sometimes
we were so overstaffed that in the first hour I took like 320s.
Wait.
Sorry, first 2 hours I took 320s.
Okay, I was gonna say the clock math doesn't work out there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty.
Nobody went home at noon, and we had 18 dealers, 10 tables. We then put one of the dealers on craps and then opened up a table, and that made it like more reasonable. But it was like 40s all day, and half the tables were dead.
Sounds like graveyard.
We opened for like the concert that was happening tonight of a person that I'd never heard of, and
Yeah, well,
yeah.
welcome to the fucking
I don't know,
concert
like-
series, man.
It wasn't even part of the concert series. It was so weird. It like wasn't in the outside concert venue. It was in the pavilion, and then like it was just
Just an event they could book, you know.
yeah, I don't know, but we were like incredibly overstaffed for like the whole day. And then like even when it was like 6, I was going to dead tables in pit 3. Like no one was sent home early the entire day, and like half the tables were always dead.
That's gotta be pretty annoying.
Yeah, I did like. It was just weird, was all. Which is why, like, I texted the group chat no D&D tonight because like I'm not getting sent home early. For some reason.
For no reason.
Yeah. And then. Yeah. Anyways.
Because the shadow government was like, not today.
Not today.
Today I make you suffer.
Thanks, Shadow Government. It's great content for my podcast. Anyways, there's like a 20-minute blackjack push that I'm standing there for like a minute, and then a dude walks up, right? Him and his friend both walk up. Dude's got like one buys in for $100. This is $10 blackjack, right?
Mhm.
One buys in for $14. Puts 5 on the main bet, 1 on the side.
Oh my god. Fucking genius.
Dude's a fucking genius. They get a 13. I have a face showing.
Stay.
They double.
Oh my god. So much worse. Oh my god. I thought he like tripped and sprained his ankle and he actually like broke 8 bones in his body.
Gets the 10, breaks, says, darn, losing all my money. Sits out 3 hands.
I'll let all the shitty cards go.
Well, he only has $3. And I thought that was the only $3 he had left. So he was just sitting there. And right as I was about to say, if you're not going to play, you can't sit sit at the table. He just pulls out like $200. So I don't know why he bought it with 14.
That
Like-
always, shit like that always weirds me out. Because people are like, alrighty, well, I've only got this $15 left, and I've been betting $20 on both hands, so I guess I'll just spread my last 15 out. And then they lose both the hands, and they're like, darn, I'm out of money. Better just jumble around in my wallet for more hundreds.
Oh,
It's like, why? What? Why did you spend if you were gonna pull more money out anyways, then why did you wait to have no money?
my like the thing that annoys me the most is when someone has like $10 out there. They've got like an 11 and I've got like a 10 up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we're always supposed to double tens, but they don't have any money left. They just pull out 100, put it on the table, and then in my head, every time I watch this happen, I'm like, you just paid $100 to double $10 because you're not gonna leave until you have no chips left.
You know it. You know they're not gonna. They're like, all right, well, this is my last 10. Here we go. This is it for me. Oh, I could double? Well, okay, I guess I'll be here for another hour.
Yeah.
How is the human mind broken so easily? It is literally on the table, taken out of the skull, broken on the side of the table, reshaped and placed lovingly back into the cranium so that it may spend more money at the casino. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense.
So, anyways, back to this dude that doubled his $14 on a hard 13.
Yeah, he pulls out $200 and plays.
Yeah. After that, his friend puts in the last of his money. What?
Does he continue to play 5 and 1?
Yeah.
With $200, he says.
Oh, we didn't finish this. He takes out $200, puts $100 of it on the table, and puts the rest back in his pocket. But it's just like he had an extra $100 bill and he didn't buy in with it.
I almost see the thought process there,
Yeah.
but continue.
So, his friend is doing the like. Do you know what the martingale betting system is?
Is that the one where you play the same amount until you lose and then you double?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know
Yeah.
what that is. I'm
He's
very
doing
familiar
like
with that.
kind of.
Nobody does it exactly. They all have their own. They've all figured out the way it actually works is if you only do it one chip at a time instead of doubling your money, or if you only. It's. Sorry. It makes me upset.
Yeah.
Please continue.
He's one of those people who thinks he's figured it out. So this is his 5th hand. He gets a blackjack. He says, "Fucking finally, jeez, what took so long?"
You filthy insect. Some people go hours without seeing one. Fucking. It's not. You're not guaranteed to get a blackjack at the blackjack table. They just want you to think that.
It's not even like people treat it like it's like a coin flip on whether you're gonna get a blackjack or not. It's like no, you just I would just never plan on getting one. Anyways, so this continues for a while. This dude who just bought in with the new 100, doubles anything.
Sick.
He doubled a hard 15.
You get the 6?
No, he got a 10. He has 20. Split the 10.
Yep. In a heartbeat. I knew that was coming.
13. Double. Get a 7. All $5 bets. All $5 bets.
I mean,
10. Gets another 20. 10, gets another 20. Split them babies up. Another 20.
Oh, does he do the
Split
thing?
those up. What?
Does he do the thing where he splits 10s and then you give him a jack and you're like, you gonna split those? And he's like, no, why would I split those?
No.
Oh.
No.
I love that short circuit. That's one of my favorites
Yeah.
of the brain not working at all.
And then, so, basically, he goes from 20 to 13, 14, 15, 12. doubles all of them.
What?
Gets 2019, 20, 21.
I would vomit all over the table.
I break.
Yeah. Is he happy?
Someone compliments him on his place.
Oh no. Oh no,
Sorry.
it's contagious. Oh no.
It's just the perfect conflicts of these are all of the bad things, and then someone's like, hey, good job.
That was really impressive. Oh. Was it? Was it impressive? Is that what you think? Okay, sure. Do you want to try it?
It was impressive statistically speaking.
It was impressive how fucking brain dead it was. If you like money or winning.
Yeah.
But if you like losing, you're right. It was very impressive.
So that was one of the two tables laid out to you today.
Damn. Rough.
Yeah. You want to hear another one of my stories, or?
Let's see if anyone pop out at me.
Yeah.
I can make $1,000.
So this didn't happen at work. So I get off early on either a Sunday. I think it was the Sunday that I worked 10 to 6. I got off 2 hours early,
Okay.
and I just bolt right over to the store.
Yeah.
Right? They've got Modern going on, right?
Mhm.
And I'm in my uniform still. So after the Modern tournament, a dude's talking about the casino because I work there,
Cool.
and he
Fun
talks about,
conversation starter.
and he's like one of those people that like talks into the void whether people are listening or not, right? So he says the phrase, I can make $1,000 every night easy. I just don't want to spend the time to do it. So
It's a weird oxymoron.
he then explains how to make $1,000 every night at the casino.
I can do this thing really easily, but it's too hard.
He said he just didn't want to do it. He has better
Yeah,
things
it's too
to
much
do.
work.
No, he just has better things to do.
Oh. Then $1,000
Yeah,
for free.
every night.
Every night.
That's only what, like $300,000 a year. Like, fuck. You can even skip Christmas.
Yeah, you get holidays off, baby.
Yeah. He even said it would only take him a couple hours too. It's like the most lucrative job position in the entire world. Anyways, he then begins to explain how he does this, right?
Sure.
So what you need to do is you need to find a blackjack table.
Mm.
But you gotta control the variables. Because there can't be too many other people at the table, because then that'll fuck up the whole thing. Doesn't explain how that would happen.
Or why.
Doesn't explain why that would happen. Because it's not true. Because that doesn't affect literally anything. So.
Well, you see, if a person takes the face card that you needed for your double, oh wait, you couldn't have possibly known that. It could have just as easily been any other number in the deck.
Also, he then goes into length explaining the martingale betting system.
Oh, the betting system that is notoriously the worst way you can bet at a casino? Like, that's what it's notorious for being?
He says, so you just bet $5, right?
Yes.
And then, if you lose, you double your bet. And then you go from, and then he lists off the numbers 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, 160. So you just need to be able to cover that, like, first 160 to, like, $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for when you get to 500 and then a cat, because that's not
Yeah.
that's not
We can get to the problems with that in a bit.
Okay.
He then explains that what he likes to do is go to the $5 table so that he has the lowest minimum possible.
Ah, yeah. Does he then list the numbers 2468 or 248
No,
1632?
no, he doesn't play the side bet.
Oh.
But
Oh. Why not?
I didn't ask any questions, man. I didn't want his house's cards tumbling on and in on each other.
Yet.
And I just took everything I said to just say to just not say. Oh, so you're the type of person that wants to spend $300 in 20 minutes to make $5?
Oh, does your dad work at Nintendo too? That's essentially what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's bragging about how his dad works at Nintendo and he gets free Nintendo whenever he wants.
So he mentions how he goes to the $5 tables and reiterates that there can't be more than 2 other people there. Which is ludicrous. I don't think I've ever seen less than 5 people at the $5 table unless it was fucking nude. Sorry. The one time I saw less than 5 people at the $5 table was precisely at 8 o'clock in the morning, 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after it opened. At that point, we had a 4th person sit down.
Right. But if there are more than 2 people, it'll fuck the whole system over.
It'll fuck your whole system.
Why? Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. It's how I live my life.
The martingale betting system, people, fucking flawless.
That definitely. It's definitely not notoriously bad at being super flawed.
I just think, I don't know. So I was in the mood of completely disengage and not talk to this person at all.
That's too bad.
Right? Because
it's a real shame you didn't actually sever his ass and hand it to him on a silver platter,
Yeah.
simultaneously dunking it into his face.
If I was in higher spirits, I just want to see what he would say if I was just like, why would other people fuck up your shit? Fuck up your hand. Or just it's just funny because it's all the superstitious thing and all of the worst strategy just into one thing, and it's just yeah, I've solved casinos. I solved casinos. I'm
Casino
the room.
Casino doctors hate this man.
Yeah. It's the wonderful transition of yeah, I've solved casinos. Here's how I do it. I'm the rube that believes anything anyone tells me. And also the fact that he's yeah, it's super easy, and then doesn't explain how to play blackjack at all. Doesn't mention basic strategy. Doesn't just I guess presumes that everybody knows what you're supposed to do at every hand. Because I don't think I've seen a single person play actual basic strategy. Something that I spent way too much time memorizing for no reason. That's actually not true. It's just osmosis.
Yeah, some people. Yeah, I'm getting basic strategy through osmosis.
Yeah, because a lot of the time people someone will do something, right? Someone had a 9-up against 2 9s.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, I had a 9-up, they had 2 9s, right?
Yeah.
And then they were split, and then someone at the table was fucking furious, absolutely pissed. They were they can't be a basic. And then they called the floor over to ask them about basic. And the floor was I don't think so, but it doesn't seem right. And so I was I don't know. I mean, it seems right because 2 19s is really it's the same theory as splitting 8s all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because it just generally will make your hand better. Looked it up. Only time you're not supposed to split 9s is a 10-up.
Really?
Yeah.
Every other time you're supposed to split 9s?
Yep.
Wow, nobody plays basic strategy.
Ever. No one splits 9s.
Nope, no one. Which makes sense, because 18's not really a quote-unquote winning hand.
I mean, Wait. Sorry, run that by me again.
Because 18's not like a winning hand.
Oh yeah. 18's like an okay hand. It's like passable.
Exactly. It's just passable.
Yeah. Which is
Splitting
why you
nines.
split nines.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I just like.
I guess it makes
think it's
about as
interesting.
much sense
Yeah.
as any other
So-
decision you can make in blackjack.
Yeah, so I'm just slowly like learning the quarter cases, like the thing like someone was playing basic strategy, like they had a card and then they had a 12 against a 2 and they hit, and their
Mhm.
friend got mad at them and they were like, "This is what the card told me to do."
Yeah, that's basic strategy.
Yeah.
That's what I
right?
learned through osmosis really soon on.
Yeah. Just like things like that, you know.
Mhm.
Anyways, that was the weekly work. We're gonna go to our first ad break, everybody. We'll
Hell
see you
yeah.
right back. It's just an ad for the Patreon.
Oh, nice. Do you
Yeah.
have pre-recorded ads like the Patreon that you're gonna do?
The Patreon's already up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pre-recorded one
No,
of the ads.
that's funny.
And it plays every week.
Nice.
So subscribe to the Patreon. Oh wait, why would I add right before the ad?
On to the podcast.
Everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. We're moving on to the pre-release preview. So let's look at some of the cards that are spoiled today. Oh, looks like there's a Kaya in this set.
New Kaya. Neat. Any good?
3 mana, starts at 3. Good start, good ingredients.
Is that?
+1, well yeah, it costs 3 mana and it starts at 3 loyalty. Those are both good things, right?
Sure.
I mean, it's a good rate for loyalty per mana, right?
I have no
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
I guess. +1 creature you control gain death touch until end of turn. But a +1/+1 on up to 1 target creature token you control. Okay, the plus
Sorry.
one's really bad.
Creature token?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Gotta be a token. -2 until end of turn if one or more tokens would be created under your control, doubling season until end of
Oh.
turn.
3 mana doubling season.
It's only that turn.
Seems like a fun commander card.
Yeah. Still all cards from all graveyards and then create a 1/1 sphere for each card. So, yep.
Yeah, win the game.
Unplayable.
Yep, absolutely unplayable.
Not
even like
Alt
a
even
f-
loses to like Wrath. Like not even.
Yeah, wow.
Not even what?
I don't know. I don't even know if this is even that good and limited. Like if you get this, is this your pack one pick one?
Probably. It would depend on like how token heavy the set is, but like just giving all of your creatures death touch is pretty good. And then an alt that makes like 5/1/1s is like really good.
I guess.
I mean, it's not amazing, but it's probably do better than most of the commons and half the uncommons. For Boating Statue, it's a 3 mana rock that puts omen counters on itself whenever it attached mana. Oh, it's a 1/2. It's a
Yeah.
construct. Oh wow.
Wait,
it's not a
what?
rock.
It's a mana dork.
Yeah, it's a
What does it
3
flip
mana
into?
mana door. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 3 or more omen counters on it, untap it and transform it.
Untap it and transform?
With the Forsaken Thresher. Well, it adds mana, but only in your pre-combat main phase, and also it's a 5/5 now.
Weird. Seems neat.
Seems super weird. The art looks like it's from Ixalan. The card doesn't feel Innistradi at all.
It's got omen counters.
I guess.
Ooh.
I don't know. I find this to be an incredibly weird.
Yeah, but that's like a flooded field. It's
Yes.
just supposed to be like an eldritch statue in like a flooded field. I don't know. It doesn't
Yes.
look excellent to me.
It looks more Ixalan to me, but I guess it's just like the beachish.
Yeah, but it's not like a pleasant beach.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like this is not a beach I would want to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Whenever one or more creature, Welcoming Vampire, a 3 mana 2/3 with flying, probably gonna win a bunch of limited games. Whenever one or more creatures with power 2 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn.
that's just a limited bomb.
Limited bomb, probably constructed playable.
Really?
Oh no, it costs 3 mana.
Yeah.
Everything good costs 3 mana.
Yep.
All the mono white creatures will draw you a card, but like,
Oh, it's 3 mana is a bit much.
yeah. If Elite Spellbinder and like the other 3 drops didn't exist, it would be
Oh yeah, we're also getting yeah.
very medium. The beginning of combat Howling Moon, 3 mana enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target Wolf Werewolf gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Whenever an opponent casts 2 spells in a turn, create a wolf token. Oh, that's
That's neato. It's like in your turn, it's a +2/+2, which is nice. And then like if you pass to make it night, and your opponent wants to like make it day again to shrink all your werewolves, they got to give you a wolf. 50-50 on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Also does something the turn it enters the battlefield, which is always nice.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pre-combat though, which is kind of meh. Odric is a vampire now. That's cool.
Was Odric not a vampire?
No, he was the marshal of the Avaconian Church. Avacyn now dead. Avacyn now gone. Looks like Odric's moved on to redder pastures. He is cursed by blood now. And he's red instead of mono white. He's 1 red white. When it enters the battlefield, create X blood tokens, or X is the number of abilities among flying, first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance found among creatures. I mean, this is like a fun nod to the old card. Do you know what the old card did?
No clue.
It's a 4-mana 3/3, 1 white, 3 colorless. At the beginning of combat, it lists off all those abilities, and then if one of your creatures have it, all your creatures get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's like a needle, like build your own kind of thing. But this one seems bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, blood tokens aren't very good.
Blood tokens are incredibly medium, and also the hoops that you have to jump through to get like 2 blood tokens is like incredibly high. It's just a 3-mana 3/3 with like flavor text.
Basically, yeah.
Which is really, I guess he is a flavor character, but like, you know, having an important story human turn into a vampire, I feel like it would. I guess the original card wasn't very good, but I don't know. Unholy Efficient. This is a limited playable card. It's a 1-mana 1/2 with vigilance. And
Holy
you can pay
shit.
4 to put a counter on it.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, not amazing. Sorry. Good limited card.
Yeah. Rhinefield Delusional Minion. 1 blue red or Renfield. Blood is life. The blood is the life. You draw a card. Exile the top 2 cards of your library instead. You may play those cards this turn. I wish I had read Brad Silver's Dracula so that like if I had any idea what this stuff is. Here's a Kraken Horror. This
Ooh.
spell can't be countered.
Always
Flash.
fun to add.
7 mana 7/8. When you cast a spell, turn your target spell you control them. Oh. Whenever you cast a spell, return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Well, this card's like insane in control mirrors.
Yeah.
End of your opponent's turn, you cast Hull Breaker Horror because it has flash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can't be
Untap.
countered.
Yep.
So you can tap out for it.
Yeah. They go to cast a Memory Deluge. In response, you cast Memory Deluge and bounce their Memory Deluge to their hand. Like, fuck.
That seems neat.
Seems unplayable otherwise, though.
Cool limited card.
Cemetery Illuminator. This is a mythic. 1 blue, flying. ETB or attacks, exile a card from a graveyard. Look at the top card of your library at any time. Oh. You can. Oh, there's a cemetery cycle going on. Okay.
There is?
Yeah, there's a black one. So they exile a card from a graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
and then they check card types with the cards that they've exiled from graveyards.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Which is interesting. This one lets you cast cards from the top of your library if they share a type.
Oh. Wow.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
neat.
Let's see if we can find the black one. Oh, I can probably
Control F.
Control F. Cemetery Desecrator, yeah. Enters battlefield or dies, exile another card from a graveyard, remove X counters from a permanent, or put -X on something. Where X is the exiled cards stuff. Mana value. There's Cemetery Prowler. Your cards cost 1 less to cast if they share a type with the exiled cards. Cemetery Protector enters the battlefield, exile a card from your graveyard. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, make a 1/1. Yeah. The Protector and it's got flash too. And the Prowler seem like the best ones so far.
Yeah.
The Desecrator just costs 6 mana, which
Too much. It's too much. Oh hey, Chandra.
Chandra Dress to Kill. Have you seen that?
No.
Chandra Dress to Kill. It's fucking great on it.
Nice.
I like the art. And the rest of the card is like readable. She's 1 red, legendary planeswalker Chandra, +1, add red, deal 1 to anything. Or no, to target player.
Yeah, to target player planeswalker. It's
+1, exile top card of your library. If it's red, you can cast it this turn.
Wow.
Just
mediocre.
I don't know. Drawing a card every turn is pretty okay.
You have to be playing mono red?
I don't know. Like, it's not bad. It's not a bad card.
It seems bad.
It's one of those. It's just like kind of playable. I don't know. I agree. It's not like the best thing in the entire world.
Especially since last sets, all their red cards were so bad. All their I guess limited red cards were not very good.
Yeah. I don't know.
And even their red mythic is extremely subpar.
Oh yeah, the fucking Bloodthirsty adversary.
Yeah,
You haven't seen the red one that exiles a card from a graveyard yet, I don't think.
That's good.
Dying to Serve. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Can only do it once.
Once.
Okay.
I am so sick of this. So sick of this.
I understand the design philosophy of making it so you can only do everything once a turn, but it makes cards feel fixed.
Yes.
Right? And B bad.
Yep.
Not like a 2/2 every turn is really good, but you have to put so much effort into turning it on. I don't know. Is it is this really breaking standard if we let people in modern discard 2 cards to their zombie infestation and make 2 zombies at a time instead of just 1? I don't know. I don't see the I don't see the big fear. I guess they're just trying to tone it down after the whole Eldraine mess. Here's Catilda. She was a legendary creature in the last set, and then she died, and now she's a legendary spirit in this set. She's Catilda Dawnheart Martyr now. She costs 1 white. She has flying, lifelink, and protection from vampires instead of protection from werewolves, like she did in the last set. And her power and toughness are each equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits and or enchantments. Because the spirits on the back side are enchantments on the side, so they have an enchantment sub-theme going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've explored that before.
Cool. And then Catilda's Rising Dawn. That art, I'm not quite understanding what's happening there, but she gives the creature all of her abilities on the front side.
Yeah, like every one of these things does.
Yeah. I think it's really cool, the story being told with Catilda.
Sure. Card doesn't seem very good.
I guess. I also like the change from protection from werewolves to protection from vampires. Yeah,
just equally as nichely useless.
Yeah, but it's a flavor thing. That's the interesting part about it.
I guess. Sorry, I'm not inundated in the MTG lore as much as you, so.
I guess. How about this card? This card does cool things.
Oh yeah? Let me see.
It's 3 mana.
Oh, it's clean! It's sick!
Each creature, quotations, with flying you control. Cleave for 4 green-blue, and it's an instant.
What? Made the cleanest looking kicker-like ability you could possibly make, and you do this with it.
What? I think this is fine. This is a fine design.
Design, great. What the card actually does is not. It doesn't inspire anything in me.
You don't like drawing cards?
I'm for each creature you can do. That's I don't know, man. Sure, I do,
Yeah.
but like I don't know what
Oh, I can't look at please.
like what mono blue aggro deck is playing that card. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I guess.
Sorry, what green blue aggro deck is playing that card?
Yeah. My big thing is a lot of the cleave cards are like one color on the front half and then like two colors on the back half. And then like the one color spell is uncastable and then the two colors or like the one color spell and the two color spell don't go in the same deck ever. Right?
Yeah.
And that's like a problem. Like I don't know. It's not that it's like a problem, but that's like super annoying. It's like, well, why not just print two cards at that point, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
like Winged Portent could be like one half being one thing and then the other half of being another card, because almost no deck cares about both halves of it. If you build your deck around caring for the first half, then you're never casting the second half. If you don't build your deck caring about the front half, then like you're always casting it for the second half. Anyways, like I don't know. Averba Caretaker is a human werewolf in like a white dress. It looks kind of cute. 6 mana 4/4 with hexproof. I don't know why she's a 4/4. She does not look like a 4/4. She looks like
She looks like
literally a random.
What's that card
bride.
that flips into a 3/3 that loses you 1 life each turn?
Silent. Cloistered Youth.
Cloistered Youth. She looks like Cloistered Youth.
Yeah, but like older.
Yeah. Oh.
And then like at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2+1/+1 counters on another target creature you control. I'm so lost on the flavor of this card. It's got Daybound and Nightbound. It's also got Hexproof. And on the backside, it's Hollow Henge Huntmaster. Other permanents you control have Hexproof.
Oh, what? Oh, so this card can never flip. This card will always either die or never flip.
It has Hexproof.
Yeah, Wrath.
Oh, yeah. By being combat on your turn, put 2+1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Okay.
Oh, wow. Too bad it's 6 mana.
I mean, it's a cool card. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, it's sick. It just like many super cool cards, probably won't see constructed play.
Yeah, that's fair. Van Helsing's Holy Ward, which is when Circle of Confinement enters the battlefield, exile a target creature. An opponent controls mana value 3 or less until it leaves the battlefield. Whenever they cast a vampire spell with the same name as the card exiled with Circle of Confinement, you get those 2 lives, baby. You get 2 life out of the deal.
You can just you can just you don't
You just reprint Suspension Field, like
you can just write flavor text.
or Silk Wrap. I think it's called Silk Wrap. Silk Wrap. When Silk Wrap enters the battlefield, 1 white, same cost, enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature with mana value 3 or less that opponent controls until Silk Wrap leaves the battlefield.
You can just write flavor text. No. Yeah, it's
Wait.
literally the same card.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear about how like people in Pioneer are like, I mean, like Circle of Confinement is strictly better than Silk Wrap. So you should just play Circle of Confinement. To which my answer is, there's no functional difference between the cards.
There's no difference. Unless you're sideboarding it in against the Vampire Tribal Commander deck.
Yeah, this is just fucking. Okay, dude, you got me. Oh, have you seen Faithbound Judge?
No.
Really cool.
It's doing the Gilgamesh thing.
Oh, yeah, it's doing the Gilgamesh thing from Fate. Why don't you read this one?
Alrighty. We've got Faithbound Judge. It is 2 white and a colorless. It's a creature spirit soldier. Defender. Flying. Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Faithbound Judge has 2 or fewer judgment counters on it, put a judgment counter on it. As long as it has 3 or more judgment counters on it, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Then it disturbs. I don't know. I assume it disturbs for the thing it does. Wait. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
At the beginning of your upkeep, put a judgment counter on Sinner's Judgment. Then if there is more judgment, enchanted player loses the game. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you about like one of the funniest tweets I saw the other
That
day.
is buck fucking wild. Yeah, go shoot.
Someone put a picture of the backside of this card, Sinner's Judgment, up.
Yeah.
And they said in the tweet, because Alrund's Epiphany needed more reasons to be playable in Standard.
What?
As if someone is going to play this 7 mana enchantment in their deck that's like all 7 draw the sorceries, so that the card that makes you the bird tokens that are gonna win you the game anyways can have a second way to win the game. And of course, adding a third color to your deck.
Well, you'd probably take out red for white, right?
Well, no, you're just not gonna play Galvanic Iteration? Like, you're not gonna play Expressive Iteration? Like,
Yeah, you play the Silk Binding or whatever.
Silk Wrap. You play Silk Wrap.
Silk Wrap and other white removal spells.
Yeah. Borrowed Time. Play the Teferi who slows time, so you can like untap your Celestis and you get in there, you know.
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I think it's buck wild that they. I don't know. It always absolutely frazzles me whenever they print a card that says you win the game or you lose the game. I feel like that's just begging to be sort of abused.
Yeah, I guess it's like 50-50.
I mean, I don't see how Faithbound Judge can be abused, but like,
Yeah, I don't know.
How could Thassa's Oracle be abused?
Thassa's Oracle is so, like, I don't know. I've said this to you, but I don't think I've said it on the podcast before. Where Thassa's Oracle is a card I look at, and then, like, I'm almost certain. Oh, thanks, OneDrive, for not being signed in. That what happened was someone looked at Thassa's Oracle, and it didn't have the win the game text on it. And they were like, well, what if you have more devotion than there are cards in your library? Then you just get to stack your deck with the ability. And someone was like, yeah, just let them win the game, I guess. And then they just shipped it. That was it. They're like, that was the end of the conversation. No one brought it up again. They did like 500 drafts, saw the card, like never won the game with it, didn't care, like didn't think about what it did, like just that was it. That was the end of it. Like,
yeah, that's probably what happened. Same thing that happened to Thurko. Except for they didn't draft with it ever.
yeah. They just like looked at Oko and they're like, well, I can't target my opponent's stuff with any of the abilities, so it's not broken. Anyways, moving on to the game gallery.
Ooh.
We played a lot of Inscription this week. I played a lot of Inscription this week.
Yeah. And I have kind of vicariously played a shitload of Inscription.
Yeah. I was also watching Thunderbird play it, so.
There you go. Yeah, we have played a lot of Inscription.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game. You should play it. Those of you that are unaware of what Inscription is, it's a it's like a roguelite escape the room game, and it has major spoilers that we're going to talk about, as with any media property. So,
Yeah.
skip to like, I don't know how long this is. This could take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Sorry, this could take anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. So, just
like pause the episode, go play the entire game, and come back.
oh yeah, it's like anywhere from like 8 to 12 hours. You could bang that shit out by the time we put out our next podcast. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not an excessively long game, but it's
No.
very good.
oh, it's so good. I love this game.
Very many connecting pieces.
Easily game of the year for me,
Yeah,
unless like Deathloop. Unless I get my hands on a PS5, and Deathloop is amazing.
Yeah.
And neither of those two things are very likely.
Yeah.
Well, one of those two things is really unlikely,
Yeah.
and the other is like middling.
So it's like a deck builder roguelite, which is two of my favorite things.
Yep.
Decks and building them.
Yep.
But it's got like inside of it like 4 systems of like playing the game. Well, 3.5. It has 3 like mana systems in the game. One of them is when your things die, you get mana. When you can sacrifice things for mana, like creatures. Every card's a creature.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Every single card's a creature.
Every card's a creature.
Yeah. And or minions for Hearthstone people. And it's also got the Hearthstone mana symbol system where you just gain an energy every turn and then you can spend the amount of energy you have. And it's really cool how they intersect them. I really like that the first part is just 2 of them, and then like the middle part is all 4 of them, and then the last part is just 1 of them.
1.5.
1.5. I don't know. I never felt like so.
Gemifying stuff is really good.
Yeah. Wait, were there any cards we could cast with gems in in Botopia?
Yeah, there were after you get to in Botopia, there was cards that were moxes for 2 colors.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, there were those. And then anytime you would gemify a card, if you had a
gemifying cards was cool.
Yeah, if you had a green gem out, it got +2 health. A red gem gave it an attack, and blue gem made it cost 1 less energy.
Yeah, that one was sick.
That one was wild.
I really enjoyed a lot of stuff about the 3rd game because I really like how you have the deck of empty vessels, which like replaces your squirrel deck, and then like the empty vessels are basically useless, and then they're like really good, and then they're the best cards in your deck.
Like, yeah, yep. Over time, they become the only thing basically the only thing you want to play.
Yeah, which I think is like a neato and like interesting game design. Oh, and I also like that you can change which like color moxes they are. That's really good too.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah.
It's like changing the lands in your deck. It's dope. Yeah, I love that shit.
That's fucking sick. That was really cool, but I think it speaks to like kind of a like I don't know. I think it's really cool. It's just like kind of weird how it all like boils down to like these are just the best cards in your deck. You should just draw a squirrel every turn. I feel like giving them like the extra abilities, while not inherently bad, was too powerful. Like the things that you can give them and have like too wide of a range of how useful they are.
I'm going to probably say this a lot, but I believe that was intentional.
I guess.
I think they want you to go exponentially fast in Botopia.
I guess. Yeah.
I think honestly, most of the deck building content is in part 1, and then part 2 and part 3 are basically like more narrative devices.
Yeah. That's fair.
I don't. And especially like part 4, which is really just one big long cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah, part 4 is all just a cutscene.
Yeah, but it has like games in it.
I mean, theoretically, it's not like actual gameplay.
Yeah, but like hypothetically, in the universe of the game, those games existed.
I guess,
right? Like there's that whole chessboard that you walk around.
Yeah.
And then there's like the dual disc that you get from the Magnifico or whatever.
Magnificus. Sorry, Magnificus.
And Amalgam.
What?
Have you seen? Okay, never mind. Sorry, that was a reference to NL's videos in which he calls amalgam Amalgam.
Oh no, I think his name's actually Magnificus because he looks like a plant.
I don't.
Here, let me.
I'm pretty sure it's Magnificus. If I had to guess, because it's supposed to be like. I know what a ficus. I know what a ficus is.
Okay, well, I'm double checking.
he. I don't know.
He's a wizard
Yeah.
from like a 90s floppy disk game.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to watch somebody else's YouTube video. I just want to see the picture. Jeez. Whatever. Too much work. Too much work.
Anyways, this game is very good. Jeez, what is there? There's it's basically a game that has. It's part of a trilogy of games made by a man named Daniel Mullins, and essentially the games are vehicles to uncover secrets.
Yeah.
The game is like it's like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
But for like, rather than the Easter eggs being like, oh, you found a cheat code that makes all the heads bigger, or you found like a poster with all the dev names on it.
Yeah.
The secrets are like a meta narrative
Yeah,
that,
lore.
that you get to discover is attached to all three games.
Mm-hmm. My favorite moments were the ones with like Luke Carter.
Oh, dude, truly phenomenal sections of the video game.
Yeah.
So
The actor is really good.
oh, dude, Luke Carter, oh, solid actor. So in between each quote unquote act, you get to flip through some like camcorder videos where you get to watch this YouTuber or Twitch streamer who opens up packs of cards. And at one point, he opens up this pack of cards that has been resealed of this really old game called Inscription.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of like, it really wears its references on its sleeve. There's a lot of references to like contemporary or card game, like modern card games and like loot box opening stuff. He's like, oh man, I can't believe you would not believe what I got these for at the gas station. Like clearly that lady did not know. Like to the point where like, oh man, I feel kind of bad about basically stealing from this woman.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got the cards, so let's open them up.
Yeah.
One of the cards has like coordinates on it, and Luke Carter discovers that this like Inscription game is more than it seems, and kind of gets into some trouble without spoiling too much.
Well, oh no, I was just gonna spoil it all to get my like favorite final moment.
Go ahead.
So at the end of Act 3, when like what's his name? PO3? Yeah, PO3 is explaining like everything that he's been doing in Botopia to like upload the game to the internet and all that stuff. There's this perfect scene where he says, "Isn't that right, Luke?" And then the webcam footage shows up, and then immediately Luke's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" It covers the webcam. And that's fucking perfect, and I absolutely love that scene. Favorite part of the movie by far.
Gave me chills just thinking about it.
And also, like when you get sent to like the underground place.
Oh, when you take the elevator down, or
No.
Oh,
At the end, at the start of Act 4.
oh,
And there's like a tombstone there, and then there's things just around that are like plaques so you can put in the tombstones.
oh yeah, that puzzle.
Like in game 2. Yeah. And one of them is Luke Carter. That's the right answer. And I was like, oh fuck. Am I dead? That was the end of that thought. And then like I played the 4 games that then followed it.
Well, as long as we're spoiling it all,
Yeah.
he did die.
He did die.
He dies at the
He
end,
dies,
which
yeah.
is fucking incredible.
John dies at the end. Probably one of the worst movies I've ever
I
seen.
also love the moment where he's like, "Hey, how did you get past the gate?"
Yeah.
And like is basically putting together that this woman is the other person is trouble.
Yeah.
It's a good moment too. Yeah, the game is so good and it's pretty short. Unfortunately, like the biggest, well, for me, unfortunately, no replayability value. I can experience it again vicariously through other people. I got to do a great like secondhand experience through Nick, who was like, "Yeah, dude," I'm like, and was actually really excited about all the secret hunting stuff.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And plus, I gotta like root around in the Discord, and I gotta feel like I was a part of a little treasure hunt.
Yeah.
And I gotta read some of the novel that was posted in the Google Doc.
Nice.
Yeah. The game also has some like non-meta narrative secrets that are also really interesting to discover.
Ooh. Like what?
Like the campfire. If you use ringworm at the campfire,
Oh yeah,
you get
yeah.
poisoned. Child 13 flipping back and forth whenever you sack them. Oh, if you sack Black Cat 9 times, it becomes a 3/4.
That's sick.
Yeah.
All in one game, right?
Yes, it has to be all in one game.
Okay.
It's not really doable. I guess neither is Child 13, but like it's more doable. You're most likely to see it in part 2.
Oh, okay. How do you do it in part 2?
Because Black Cat, it's still one of the things. You just sacrifice it more often because the games go a little longer.
Oh, I guess yeah.
And there's also more incentive to like combo off because there's the hammer. Where you just auto kill stuff.
What's the hammer?
Where you just optionally kill
where
another
you can
creature.
just slam your dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and it gives you a bone.
No, my favorite part of a part I really liked about the Botopia game 3 was your character actually just picking up a hammer and just smashing the like little file thing. Like, discarding.
Yeah, that was cool.
They're like go. Like, can you imagine like that happening at like a fucking table? At like a table, right? Like, or like even like you have like a 4-lane game, and then there's something in one of your lanes, and you're just like, yeah, I think that this is the play. Take it out of the sleeve, rip it in half, throw behind you, put a new card down.
Yep.
Pass. It's like,
Okay.
oh yeah, sure. I guess that's this is part of the game mechanics.
Yeah, it's basically just Chaos Orb.
Yeah. Or Chaos Confetti.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys all for listening. We're now going to go on our second break real quick. We will see you in probably exactly like a second. Hello, everyone. Taking a break from the podcast to tell you all to subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/IvanTT. That's IVANTT. It's how you help support the podcast, how we get all of our stuff together, and you get a sick bonus in that all Patreons with the tier 2 or higher get a shout out. So quick shout out to Thunderbird145, who is our current tier 2 patron. Thank you, everyone, and back to the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Friendship Dawn podcast. We're now moving on to the movie minute. I watched Midsummer. You watched
The Block Island Sound.
Yeah.
Both quote unquote horror movies.
Yeah. Do you want to talk first, or should I talk first?
Is Midsummer a good movie?
Sure.
Did you enjoy it?
I mean,
Did you like watching the movie?
I guess.
Then we'll start off with me not liking the Block Island Sound.
Cool.
So that we can end on a good note. So, Block Island Sound. It's like this Netflix movie. It's about this like dysfunctional family. Like everyone's it takes place in this like I think somewhere in Boston on like a small village, on a small island village, like fishing village. And
Boston's a city.
sorry, what's the state that Boston is in?
Massachusetts?
Perhaps that. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know where there are, nor do I care. I just remember being Boston being mentioned at some point during the movie. So now that I've been thoroughly embarrassed, may I continue?
Yeah.
All right.
I was just confused because you were like, yeah, they were in Boston, like a small island village, and then I was like, what? You can't be in both.
You're right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry and ashamed of my words and my deeds.
I'm sorry.
So the Block Island Sound is a
Yeah.
horror movie about a dysfunctional family who, so the brother and the dad, they still live together. The brother's taking care of the dad because their mom just recently passed away. And the dad's been acting really fucking weird.
Like I might be possessed by a demon weird? Or?
Yeah, actually. Like, I might be possessed by some sort of sea demon. Because he, like, goes out in the middle of the night on a boat. Or it's more like my dad might have dementia.
Yeah.
Because he'll, like, go off into the night on the boat and just be gone. And,
Yeah.
like, has blackouts and isn't really understanding what's going on. And
How
is
old is he?
Oh, he's, like, in his 60s.
Okay.
He's, like, he is what we would consider an old man.
Yeah. So it's like cryptic enough that it's like, oh, you're having memory problems.
Yes.
But it's also specific enough of like, I'm getting on a boat and going out into the sea and I don't know what happened, that it's
Yes.
like, huh.
And I never talk about it.
This this is incredibly weird and might be a horror movie that I'm in.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So,
I love that.
one of the sisters
Yeah.
comes to the island on like an EPA mission,
Yeah.
because a bunch of fish have been dying and just like washing up on the village,
Huh.
which is weird. And there's this. So
Wait, so one of the sisters?
yes, there's two sisters and a brother.
Oh, okay.
So the blanket statement about the movie's premise, not very good. However, the acting, absolutely incredible. Some really amazing actors, except for the kid in the movie. But like, you can't really get much with. I mean, what are you expecting?
Okay.
But honestly, the actors
And
pretty
he's
good.
not the one kid that's in everything, so.
Yes, which is too bad. He probably would have done a great job in this movie. Anyways, so however, some of the writing is really weird because when they're in like the local police car traveling to like the scene of the fish death,
Yeah.
there's this horrible line where the like town sheriff, or the like one of the like side characters is like, how much fish are we talking here?
Yeah.
And the sheriff is like 9 or 10, like about 9 or 10.
Wait,
The dude's
dead
like-
fish?
Yeah, that's the dude's exact reaction. He's like, what, 9 or 10 dead fish?
Yeah.
And the sheriff goes, tons, 9 or 10 tons of fish. And it's so needlessly
God.
dramatic.
This reminds me. Okay. Oh my god.
It's
This reminds
so
me of one of
wild.
my favorite "This Show Is Poorly Written" moments.
It's yeah, go ahead.
So you and me were there. This is, you know, this is one of my favorite moments of all time. But we're watching Iron Fist, right? And like the henchman, the henchman, the boss lady asks like, what did he just like punch this metal boxcar? And then the henchman goes like, yeah, it was weird. It's like his fists were made of like some sort of like steel. And then and then the line that the in charge lady says, "You mean fists of iron?" And then the actor, who's the henchman, actually looks like he didn't know what the line was and is just visibly confused as to like, yeah, I just said that. And then he gets killed immediately for no reason.
Because the boss lady's evil. Yeah, it's exactly that moment. It's like, really? Why is this so dramatic? Anyways, so the dad ends up passing away. He like goes out on a trip to the middle of the ocean and just is never seen from again. And the family holds a funeral, but the brother is like, I'm not giving up on him. And the whole time there's like this weird thing where people are like, yeah, he's got temper issues. He has like a really bad temper. And so he's also got this like weird conspiracy theorist friend who claims that like cats are using parasites to mind control people into taking care of them through
which character is this
osteoplasmosis.
again?
Just a random one of the side characters that comes
Oh.
up every now and again.
Oh, I love it.
Is just like, yeah, here's a bunch of conspiracy theories. Anyways, that's relevant because it sort of leads the brother into this like, well, okay, I'm gonna find out what actually happened to him because there's no way he just died for no reason.
Yeah.
So he goes out of the ocean and then he like starts to hear this sound and is like, what the heck? And when he gets to like the sound's quote unquote source, he goes into the ocean and then he like blacks out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts having symptoms that his dad was having and hallucinations.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of spooky jump scares where the dad pops out and is like, ugh, and then orders the brother to take a living creature out into the ocean. Meanwhile, there's like family drama because the other sister showed up and she's like kind of an asshole, and like her and the brother are butting heads, and like they're having a funeral for the dad.
Yeah.
And so there's like family drama mixed with this like the brother's going crazy or might be possessed. All in all, to say that I was expecting the movie to be eldritch horror.
Yeah.
Turns out it's actually aliens. With like,
What?
Yeah. So there's this really climactic moment where the brother takes the daughter that the sister brought along because she can't hire a babysitter for some fuck all reason. So he like kidnaps the daughter and takes her out into the ocean. And I guess that's not true. That's not the first climactic moment we see this. The first one is when he takes the neighbor's dog out into the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
And he sort of like blacks out. And then we're like, oh, here comes the noise. We're going to see the monster. And then everything starts like shaking.
Yeah.
And then floats upwards into the sky, including the dog.
Yeah.
It like floats off into the sky behind him.
Yeah.
And then the climactic moment happens where he steals the daughter, and like the sister and the brother both get like sucked up into the sky. And then there's some like weird, the like last 7 minutes of the movie is like narration about
what happened at
Sort
the
of.
interesting part of the story
It's so
that you
weird.
didn't get to see.
It's so weird because it first insinuates aliens because they like fly up into the sky and it's all like weird.
Yeah.
And then it just starts playing a quote from earlier in the movie about how the mom is explaining to the daughter that sometimes they have to take fish out of the water to like experiment on them to save more fish.
Yeah.
Like word for literally, it's just the line again, the whole monologued line.
Yeah.
And so it's also supposed to like, I guess, insinuate like a half-hearted like pollution, because like it also shows pictures of like fish dying and like coral and like underwater pollution, and then it ends. So thoroughly disappointing.
Yeah.
It's just, and it also like wasn't scary.
Yeah.
It's quote unquote scary. It was really more of like a drama.
Yeah.
Like it honestly, I wish the movie had been a really dark drama about this dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
It would have been more interesting than these people are being like, oh,
abducted.
Here's why I left out a key component as to why we know it's aliens. So the brother gets an MRI.
Yeah.
And he has a freak out thing. So the doctor's like, well, he might be sensitive to electromagnetic waves.
Yeah.
And I know this other patient who's suffering from the similar thing. You should go visit him. So the sister goes to visit him. He lives off in the boonies.
Yeah.
And she's like, I heard that you might be suffering from the same symptoms that my brother is having.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? What are you talking about? No, I don't have that shit. It's aliens. They fucking rewrite your brain and then you start hearing shit. And then he just describes all the symptoms that the brother is having.
Yeah.
Like while there's like really spooky music going on.
Yeah.
And the sister is like, stay away, don't hurt me. And leaves.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like kind of disappointing. Also, like
Yeah.
not very well written, but the actors were really good. So the movie's like a 4 out of 10. I recommend nobody watches
fair.
this film.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Have
Midsommar.
you seen Midsummer?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Do you want to get spoiled?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's about like this girl, her family, or sorry, her sister, very depressed. Very. It addresses strong mental health problems. Big warning. Big warning. Mental health problems. Big triggers. Suicide. And I guess depression.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. Okay, cool. Anyways, she has a sister, right?
Mhm.
And the movie starts out with her sister doing a murder suicide of the parents and also herself.
Wow.
Really dark,
That's extremely fucking dark.
incredibly dramatic, the music is telling the story as the girl screams in the background for like literally 5 minutes straight.
Woof.
Yeah. I will say, was not very interested in that part of the movie. A, because I kind of wasn't sure what was going on, and then when I was like, I want to emotionally distance myself from this, and also a lot of it was again trying to talk with music rather than words, and the girl screaming in background, which I mean, like, it's not that it was like poorly conveyed. It's just that it was like not a topic that's easy to convey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, the thing that they went with made me just want to like push it farther away because it didn't make me confront the problem. It just made like, I don't know. I'm gonna stop there. She then calls her boyfriend and is like, "Hey, I need help," right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like the boyfriend says like, "I don't know if I want to date her anymore," and then his friend, who is one of the kids from Narnia. Which is what I immediately realized about him. Immediately recognized. Spent the whole movie thinking, "What is he from?" He's a kid from one of the, like a really big movie.
I'm terribly sorry that I've implanted this brainworm inside of you.
Yeah. Anyways, he says, "Dude, you've been talking about how you want to break up with her for literally forever. You should just break up with her. Blah 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 blah. When we go to Sweden, we can meet like Swedish girls and have sex there."
Nice.
Yeah. What a sick friend. Anyways.
Yeah, cool friend.
Yeah. They're then all talking about like their trip to Sweden or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then like smash cut, he comes over and helps her scream. I don't know, I can't remember. Anyways,
Is that a weird sexual innuendo?
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
Is it
The way
supposed to be
she
like,
copes with her family is literally, actually screaming,
Oh.
like scream crying
Oh.
a lot. That's the opening.
That seems
That's a solid like 60% of the opening of the movie.
yeah, that seems like a healthy way of coping with something.
Don't really know what to say there. Anyways,
Fair enough.
her boyfriend comes over, it helps get it out of the system, you know. And then like she's hanging out with her boyfriend because you know that means this is all she's got left, right? And then like they go to a party like later, and then like he was like, "Yeah, I was just gonna go to the party for like 15 minutes because I thought you were asleep." And she was like, "No, I'll go. I need to get out of the house," you know, like that kind of stuff. Go to the party, and then someone's like, "Hey, how's your trip to Sweden gonna be?" And then the girlfriend's like, "Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to go on a trip to Sweden." And then like the boyfriend's name is Christian, by the way.
Sure.
Boyfriend's name is Christian. He goes like, "Yeah, we were actually gonna invite you. I don't know why I didn't mention it, but you can come to Sweden with us. You want to come to Sweden with us, right?" And then she's like, "Yeah, sure." And then you know he goes to his frat house and he's like, "Hey, my girlfriend's coming to Sweden with us, and you all wanted to invite her." And then you know everybody's like a little disgruntled, but then like they get over it, right?
Okay. That's fair.
Also, another thing, one of the other actors,
Oh boy.
I immediately realized was an important character from The Good Place,
Ah.
like actual main character. And I thought that was funny too. Anyways,
that was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the big problem was the Narnia kid's eyebrows, because that's like the only thing I noticed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
His eyebrows are very distinct. Anyways,
Mhm.
so they have a big talk about how they're all going to Sweden, and then they're going to Sweden to visit the third friend. His name's like Belle, and he is from Sweden, and they're gonna visit the commune that he lives in because he lives in a commune out in the woods. You know, they're gonna go say hi.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. And then they show up to the commune, and then there's like awkward scenes where they're like all in the car and like doing stuff or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they like actually get to the commune, and the movie actually starts
Right.
after like I don't know 20 minutes of setup in which I was incredibly bored.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of interesting stuff, like Belly talking about the commune and things like that.
Okay.
Anyways, they get to the commune, and immediately when they're there, somebody's like, "Y'all want some weed?"
Nice.
And then like Mark, who's a Narnia kid, goes like, "Yeah, dude, fuck yeah." And then I don't actually remember the name of the character.
Main female lead?
No, main female lead is named Danny.
Hmm.
Fuck. Shit.
Is it important?
I mean, kind of. I'm gonna say his name a lot. Probably. Where the fuck is Midsummer on here? Josh. His name's Josh. Sorry. Yeah. And Josh, who was the guy from The Good Place, is like, yeah, I'm down for some weed. Sounds good, right? And then Chris, Danny's boyfriend, is like, yeah, I'll take some of that weed. And Danny's like, I don't know if I want to take weed just yet. Can I just get some time to like settle in? And then like, he's like, yeah. Chris is like, yeah. Actually, you're right. Let's take a minute. I won't smoke with you so that we can hang out, right?
Okay.
Yeah, which was like pretty neat and probably the coolest thing Chris does the entire movie.
No! What a horribly low bar! I'm not going to smoke weed with you so we can settle in. What an extremely low bar to set for the coolest thing this character does.
Anyways, and then Mark is like, and then Chris turns over to Mark and he's like, yeah, we're not gonna smoke yet. We just want to like settle in a little bit. And Mark's like, well, then we can't start smoking now because then we'll have completely different trips. Which I guess is a thing. I don't know. Anyways, and then he's like, well, yeah, I mean,
I guess I don't know enough about drugs to say that sounds dumb.
Yeah,
but it still sounds dumb.
And then he's just like, okay, sure, dude. But then Danny's like, no, I'll smoke now. Fine, sure, fuck it.
Oh my god.
And then like this really weird scene ensues where like Chris is like, no, you don't have to smoke now. Don't let Mark peer pressure you. And then like fucking Danny being like, no, it's okay. I'm settled in now. And it's just like, dude, just fucking don't do the things you don't want to do. Like, you don't need to be like, it's not high school.
Also, don't be a fucking asshole and be like, well, we can't smoke if you're not gonna, like, we can't drink if you're not gonna drink, because then we won't be drunk at the same time and we won't have the same drunk dreams.
Anyways, the whole thing happens. They just get high. And then like, Danny has a panic attack, and that's basically what happens. And then they're like, okay, now we're going to the commune, now that we've all gotten high, and then like spent the night under the stars or whatever. So now we're all gonna walk to the commune, and they walk into the woods, and then like they come out and like into the commune, and it's like this big open space. And then like this is like all the setup. So basically what happens is somebody like I feel like there's an event that I forgot, but it doesn't matter, obviously. Okay. So basically they meet Belly's dad or whatever, and then they're all like, okay, let's go do the things. Or Belly's like, here, let's all show everybody around. Oh, they also meet two people from London that I don't remember the name of. It doesn't really matter, but like London girl and London boy, both like are met. One of Billy's friends or Belle's friends who like went to London, and then like they brought their friends back too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's that whole story.
Cool.
Anyways,
so people are being brought to the commune.
Yeah.
Okay.
Belly walks around, and then they're like, "Hey, what's that big building over there?" And then he's like, "Oh, that's a temple. No one goes inside of it." And then they're like, "What's that yellow pyramid over there?" And he's like, "Oh, that's a sacred place. Just it's got nothing in it. We would prefer if you don't walk inside of it." And they walk by a bear in a cage, and they're like, "What's the bear for?" And then he's like, no, better you don't ask." And then they walk by a tapestry, but they can't see the tapestry, but we can, and it's literally just, here's the comic book of stuff that's gonna happen later in the movie.
It's just turned so that they can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but whatever. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
we keep going through Midsummer.
Got as subtle as a fucking air horn.
And then he's like, yeah, that's what I thought. And then he's like, oh, this is the place we all sleep. Anybody under the age of 36 sleeps here. A weird commune bullshit, basically. People, they separate people into different lifespans of, 0 to 18, 19 to 36. By groups of 18. Yeah.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. And then they settle in for the night, and then they wake up, and then the next morning he's like, "Okay, everybody, it's time for the name of thing I can't remember." And then everybody's like, "What's that?" And then he's like, "Don't worry about it." And so they go to a weird table that's like an X, and then they're eat and stuff. And then they're like, "Okay, now we're gonna go do the thing." And then they all get up and they walk to a really high cliff. And then a dude jumps off the cliff. And then everybody who's not from the sorry. Mark went to sleep because he got drunk. I think, I don't remember.
Okay.
But Danny freaks out, and so do the two people from London. And then another person jumps off the cliff, and then Danny calms down, and the people from London are like, "No, you can't do this. This is inhumane." And then they're like, "Well, this is just our culture, right?" And then what happens is that then they go back, and then they get back to the commune, and then the girl from London is just or the guy and the girl from London are gonna leave, right?
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
Yeah, naturally.
Like any normal human being would do.
And then the girl from London looks goes to grab all their stuff. Then she comes back out and she's like, "Hey, where's my dude? Where's my boyfriend?" And then they're like, "Well, there was only one seat in the truck, so our dude's just driving him to," and then they'll drive to the train station. Then you can call you, and then we'll come pick you back up.
Okay.
Which is definitely not just all the red flags, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so she gets really really pissed at this. I wonder why.
Weird.
Yeah. And then a giant scene unfolds in which Chris and Josh have this huge conversation about how Chris wants to do his thesis on this commune, right? And then Josh is like, "You know, this is what I've been planning to do for literally their dissertation, because they're graduate students."
Okay.
And then Josh is just like, "You know that this commune is what I've been studying for the last 3 years, and you just tell me the day we're here that this is what you're doing your dissertation on too? What the fuck, you piece of fucking shit." That entire thing unfolds, and then they go and talk to Belly about it, and then Belly's like, "No written records at all. Not elders ain't gonna like that."
Oh. Boy.
And then Josh is just like, but please, what if I censor everything and make sure that it's okay with them first? And then he's like, "I'll go talk to the elders." And then he comes back and he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." Yep. That's.
I mean, presumably because he'll just be dead.
Yeah.
Soon, anyways.
Anyways, yeah. And then they're and then Mark pisses on a tree, and then that tree turns out to be the ancestor tree that all the other it was weird. Anyways.
Wow, what an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah. Scenes from the comic book play out, but that's a plot specifically Christian, a girl in the commune has a crush on Christian, and then she does stuff that she thinks is magic and will make him love him, or make him love her. And that stuff gets pretty gross, and not in a fun way. So, just gonna censor that right out. I'll tell you the culmination of it at the end. But just keep in mind, this like one girl is creepily staring at him all the time and does really weird shit to use to magic him into love. Yeah. Anyways, dinner comes around and no one's seen London Girl for a while, and then someone walks up to Mark and is like, or a girl walks up to Mark and is like, "Hey, you want to come into the cabin over there with me?" And then Mark's like, "Fuck, you know I do."
Wiggle eyebrows.
Wiggle eyebrows. Yeah. Then Mark never shows up ever again.
Oh, weird. Weird. Weird that a character went to go have sex and then died in a horror movie. That's never happened before.
Yeah. And then Josh is like learning about like they have like a temple, and inside of it they have like the songs of all their people, and then he's like, "Where did all the songs come from?" And they come, and he's like, "Oh, there's this girl, and she lives in pain because she has genetic deformities." And then she writes all the songs. And then he's like, "Well, what happens when she dies?" And then they're like, "Well, she's the product of deliberate inbreeding, so like we just replace her."
And then fun cult stuff.
Yeah, fun cult stuff. And then Josh is like, "Oh, okay, can I take a picture of these sacred books?" And they're like, "No, fuck what?"
Are you kidding? You must be joking.
So anyways, Josh does the only reasonable thing. Pretends to fall asleep and then goes in the temple in the middle of the night. Someone wearing Mark as a sin suit comes in and beats him over the head and kills him.
What suits?
Wearing Mark, the previous character, this is the kid from Narnia, as a skin suit.
Oh, as a skin? Okay.
Yeah.
You said that way too fast for me. I thought you were saying they were wearing a suit that was a reference to another horror movie, like a...
Oh, no,
I thought you were
no.
like a Marcus Skins suit. As if the director Marcus Sins had coined a certain type of suit.
Oh, no.
That is like, okay.
Mark, the character's skin as a suit. Yeah, gotcha. As a suit. And they beat him over the head. Don't know why they did that. That doesn't come up ever again. Anyways.
Wait, which part? This Mark is a skin suit?
The Mark is a skin suit. No, Josh dies and is never heard from again.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, Chris and Danny see nothing wrong with both of their friends just mysteriously disappearing. And then they spend the next day. There's this thing called like the fucking May Queen or whatever. And it's like a weird tradition. So the rest of the day plays out like this. Chris goes and Chris fucks off to go study or some shit for his dissertation. And then she gets roped into the May Queen contest, which is just dance around the pole, and the last one dancing wins. Yeah. And then of course she's the main character, so she wins. And then everyone's like, "Oh, you're the May Queen! Oh, you're the May Queen!" And then she like hallucinates her parents into like the crowd that's like, "Congratulations on being the May Queen!" And then like, there's a weird part during the May Queen thing where like Chris is done with whatever the fuck he was doing, so he just sits down and he's watching the May Queen competition. There's like 8 people left. Someone walks up with like a thing of lemonade and says like, "Hey, you want some?"
Oh no.
And then he's like, "No, I think I'm good." And then they're like, "Are you sure? It's magical." And he's like, "I don't want to take drugs right now." And they're like, "You're missing out, bud." And then walk away. And then he's like, "Okay." And then chugs it.
So is the moral of the story that peer pressure works?
I fucking don't know. Anyways.
It's so wild.
She becomes the May Queen, and she needs to go do May Queen things, like bless the crops or whatever. So she gets disappeared off into like basically the void for like 20 to 15 minutes, or 20 to 25 minutes. The lemonade was like fucking, I don't know, it made him delirious or some shit. He had no idea what was going on, and he gets tricked into sex with the one girl.
Oof.
Yeah. So basically, he gets naked, and then they're like, "Oh, it's waiting for you, and your destiny's waiting for you in there." And then the one girl that likes him is like laying on the ground naked, and it's like all the other women in the commune also naked, like linked by the arms, like staying behind, like chanting or whatever.
Weird. Okay. So, sort of like just disturbing imagery.
I guess, yeah. One of the ladies ends up helping, so I don't know.
Oh.
Or I guess two of them, technically, depending on what you mean by helping. But,
Mm.
you know, he's obviously
Good for them.
delirious the whole time. And then, you know,
Yeah.
while that's happening,
While he's getting date raped.
yeah, while he's getting date raped, Danny comes back from being the May Queen, right? And she hears the weird chanting in the fucking cabin, and then she's like, "What's that?" And then someone's like, "Something you don't gotta worry about." She's like, "Now I'm exceptionally worried about it." And then
Like
she,
any normal human being.
yeah. And then she goes in, and then she like looks through the keyhole. She sees her boyfriend having sex with another girl, and she's like, "Oh no!" And then she starts screaming and crying, and then all the other girls in the commune who aren't a part of the date rape, I guess, just like run up and start also screaming, just like screaming with her and go like, "Ah!" like all like crying with
Oh
her.
my god. That's horrible.
It was incredibly surreal, and it was like, the fuck is this happening? Is this real? Like, what's going on? Anyways, after that, there is like just a smash cut, right? To oh, sorry, no, we're not at the smash cut yet.
Not a smash cut.
Oh no, there's a lot. It's not even a smash cut. My bad. Anyways, we go back to Chris or whatever. That's the end of Danny for now. We go back to Chris.
It's an unfortunate sentence.
Yeah. And then, you know, the weird sex ritual is finished, and then he like becomes conscious immediately afterwards. You know, like post nut clarity, I guess. Yeah.
I was just about to say the same thing. Nice.
Yeah. Even works on date raping. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yep. The girl like does some weird motions, like I can feel a baby inside of me, which was exceptionally weird.
Yeah.
And as my significant other pointed out, not how that works.
Oh, I'm sorry. You watched this with your significant other.
Yeah. It's one of her favorite movies.
Wait, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Huh.
They did say it a couple times. So.
Okay.
Anyways,
I was gonna say bummer, but never mind.
we then, or sorry, Josh then wakes up, or not Josh, Chris wakes up and
Right,
then
Josh
like
did.
runs out, and he's like naked, and he's like, "Oh no, gotta cover my penis." Like not everybody had already seen it. The commune is suspiciously very empty for some reason, as he just runs around and then sees the orgy of evidence that everybody is dead. You know, Josh's foot sticking out of the ground, like literally just in the bushes, and then like into the fucking storage room, and then it's London dude, but like but his skin's been stretched and someone put flowers in him and shit. Like
This is all while he is trying to find clothes.
all while he is trying to find clothes, I guess, or just run away. I don't even know what he was doing at that point. And then, anyways, he looks
Maybe
at
he's still high.
he looks at London dude with like flowers in his eyes, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm so fucked." And then turns around and then gets day raped again. Anyways, not like raped again, but like, you know, like
Drugged.
roofied. Yeah, drugged.
Yeah, he gets chloroformed.
He gets chloroformed. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Then
God damn, poor kid.
that's the smash cut.
Ah.
And then like everybody's up on like a pedestal, or there's like a couple people up on a pedestal, and one of them is Danny, who's like absolutely fucking covered in flowers. Like the only thing you can see is her face, and she looks like a little pyramid of flowers. And then Chris is in a wheelchair, unable to move or whatever, you know. And then they're like, "Well, Midsummer was a success. We have we sacrificed 2 people from our clan. We've sacrificed 4 people from outside of our clan, and then we're going to
2 people have volunteered to be the other 2 sacrifices from our clan, so that how it goes. But
Some Buckwild math.
yeah. So it's 4-4.
True.
We got that all covered. Special thanks to Belly for bringing in some outsiders. He's gonna be like the best. He's the best boy, and he gets the gold stars. And now we just need to decide our 9th sacrifice, which is of course decided. Either we take that outsider right there, or Roll's raffle ball machine is going to be a Torbjorn, who just won the lottery. So stand up, Torbjorn, and of course, as always is customary, the May Queen decides what's your pick, May Queen, and then like hands the microphone over, and then it just like.
It's like the dramatic scene between whether she chooses her boyfriend or this rando
Yeah, to die.
to die.
Yeah, to die.
Yes, to die. To be killed.
Yeah.
Sacrificed.
Anyways, it then like cuts to Chris being stuffed inside of a bear costume, and then them putting all the corpses and Chris, who is still alive, into the little pyramid that they're like don't go into at the beginning, and then they light it on fire and kill everybody. Right? Like, well, I guess kill Chris and then like burn all the corpses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good reason not to go in there.
Yep.
I'm sorry, does the May Queen choose her boyfriend to die?
Yeah.
Oh.
They don't explicitly say that in the movie, but yeah.
Bummer.
To be fair, Chris is a pretty shitty human being.
Yeah.
And also, I think the point is that Danny's supposed to find like home in this like in the commune.
Huh. Good for her, I guess.
That's what I thought.
And
Anyways,
that was Movie Minute.
moving on to the Friendship Dusk part of the podcast. Do you have any last words, Skylar?
Horror movies are fucking dark.
And weird.
And weird. And horny. They're so horny.
It's exclusively horny.
Or bad, apparently. Block Island Sound, no horniness. Very bad horror movie. But not because of the lack of horniness. Just a coincidence.
It's all. Oh man.
I'm glad I didn't watch Midsummer with my mom.
Oh, did your mom want you to watch Midsommar with her?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know. I don't like the trope that is here's the comic of how the movie plays out. Like here's the webcomic of
I've never
the
even
movie.
seen that I don't think that's a trope. I think that's a weird thing.
No,
that
it's like
somebody does.
it's also like prophecies, right? Like
Oh, prophecies.
whenever anybody like says, "Yeah, this is what's gonna happen," like, and it's just like the worst thing in the world. It's like, hey, in case you missed the story, here's the storyboard notes. We just put them in the movie for you. It's like, oh, okay, but I feel like, I feel like,
I imagine it's supposed to build tension,
yeah,
right? Because you're like, oh god, how does this all play out like this?
yeah, that's fair. Anyways, I hope that everyone has a wonderful evening and a great week. We'll see you all next week for more Friendship Dawn podcast.